So Guru is trying to tell us to move beyond the forms. Why does he start with Ji Jat Ranga Ke Naam? Because that's what we do. We interact with the Ji, with the Jat, with the Rang, with the Naam. We interact with people in that way. I know this person, I don't know this person. Even if you don't like someone, their color, their name, their personality will taint your experience of other people with that color, with that name, with that personality. When we covered Satnam, we looked at this idea of how we relate to a name. If you walk to someone and they tell you their name and you know somebody else you don't like with that name, you already hate the person who you've never met before. Why? Because they have the same name. Because somebody else has already done something to you with that same name. But you project that hate onto somebody who's completely innocent. Yeah. So this is who we interact with. We interact with the names of people, with the colors of people, with their caste. We look at individuals. But Guruji is saying, step back. See the ik behind the individual. Don't see the individual. See the oneness in the individual. Yes, they're all unique, but they're all being played by the same actor. Guruji in Gurbani uses a very beautiful analogy that the world is a stage and all the characters on the stage are being played by one actor. We see the stage, we see the tamasha, the play, the show. We see the characters, nobody sees the actor. All characters being played by one actor, and that includes you sitting in the audience, is also being played by that same actor. This is why Guru Gobind Singh Ji talks about his life story and describes it as the beautiful play, Vichittar Natak, because he can see it for what it is. He doesn't say my autobiography. He says this is just a beautiful play. Lots of interesting events, life-threatening events, life-shaping events. We all have that play going on. But it's a play. And it's not our play. It's Sabna Likhya Budi Kalam. That one pen is writing the whole play, the whole script. It's not already written, it's being written. This also answers another question. Is my destiny pre-written? No, it's being written. Can I change my destiny? No, because you're not here. You're not writing the play. The play is just being written. It's unfolding. You're not even in the play. You're just a costume. The character. You're not the one being played. You're not the victim. You're not the success. You're not the failure. These are simply things happening to the one, by the one, for the one. And we rarely remember. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji in these beautiful words can't describe the universe. He can simply just present the universe and show us to move away from our current individualistic mindset into the mindset of Omkar, of Ik. See the play as it is. Don't associate with your life. It's not your life. Don't associate with your worries, with your pains. Now this can be easier said than done. Because at every moment of pain, you put I into that. I am feeling this pain. But think about it. Our Gurujis never said or taught anything that they didn't live themselves. If we think about physical discomfort and pain, then nobody has suffered more than the fifth Guru, Guru Arjan Dev Ji. He sets the benchmark for how to live our life in pain. He demonstrates this is possible, this is real. Burning alive, being roasted on a fire. And he demonstrates to the Sikhs, he wasn't a victim there. He had to do that in order to show the world what we teach is possible, is real, and I will do it with my life, so that you may know that this is what you're capable of. So we need to learn to see our lives in a different way. Not as our lives, not as our problems, not as our successes or our failures. We don't even know who we are. And it comes back to one fundamental truth of every dharam, of every religion. And Sikhi is ultimately about looking within yourself and asking the question, what am I? Who am I? There's a really interesting thing about this question. If I send you away with this question, go find out, who am I? You may take months sitting, analyzing with your mind, thinking, who am I? Am I a mother? Am I a father? Am I a child? Am I a parent? Am I my career? Am I my hobbies? Who am I? You will make the mistake of going away thinking that this is a question about finding yourself. But there is a trick within this question. The who am I doesn't have an answer. The only answer that you can come back with when you know the very essence of what you are made of, the answer to who am I is I am not. When you understand that who am I is answered with I am not. This isn't me. There is no me. Me is simply a label that mind has placed on this body, on these circumstances, on this house, on this family, on these problems, on these opinions, on these clothes. Me is just a mislabeling of what there really is. Naam Simran is a technique to train your mind to relabel that which it has mislabeled. When you say tu hi, tu hi, tu hi, this is you, this is you, this is you, you're simply relabeling. You're backtracking. You're going back and you're undoing the mistake of all the years that you've lived. This is why the mantra, this is you, is so important. Because you drop the duality between me calling you. When you understand, Gurbani then makes a lot more sense. But Gurbani will never make sense if you don't go on a journey within yourself. If Gurbani remains a text that you read and never a text that you understand and apply and search within yourself, it will always elude you. When Gurbani says, Man tu jot saroop hai apna mool pachan. O mind, you are the embodiment of divine light. recognize what you are. Recognize the root of what you are. Yet we don't do it. We sing it, we nod our heads, we enjoy the music, the kirtan, and then we go home. But the Guru gave you an instruction. Go do it. Sit, observe. What am I? Who am I? What is this that is alive within me? What is my mind? What is my body? Do it. You have to do it. If you don't do it, you lose it. You must go on a journey of self-discovery. And it's never too late to start. It's not something that you need to wait for either. It doesn't require you to grow your hair, and it doesn't require you to stop eating things and getting up at a certain time. Do it at any time. But do it. Start. And then see how your life transforms. Don't transform your external life first without dealing with your internal life. Otherwise, you just remain there. You say, I've done all the right things. I look the part now. I read all the right part, the right prayers. I hang out with all the right people. I know all the jargon. I use all the right terminology. But there's one thing I'm not willing to do, that's to look at myself. That which is inside me, that doesn't need to change. That's just me, right? That is the bit, that is the dharam. That's the dharam. That's the religion. What you do on the outside is secondary. Guruji goes on. Now that he's set the context, Guruji asks us to move from mind to experience. Because only experience will answer all your questions that you have about faith, about dharam. Notice this is not about belief. There's no room for belief here. We don't need to believe in anything. We need to see what we are. When you experience, then all your questions get answered. Otherwise, you can carry on asking questions about religion. Am I allowed to do this? Am I allowed to eat this? Is this person allowed to marry this person? All of these questions are the questions of the mind. The answer isn't in the mind, because if I give you an answer, it brings up more questions. There is only one answer, and that's to look at yourself. Know yourself. Apna mool pachan. Recognize. Mool pachane ta sho jane. When you know the root of what you are, you will know the divine being.